But, just tweet this morning. So maybe there does need to be a rematch. I mean, obviously, I can beat him again. But, just tweet this morning. So maybe there does need to be a rematch. I mean, obviously, I can beat him again.
I don't think Hillary Clinton knows how elections work, because whether she realizes it or not, she did not win that election. Yes, she got 3 million more votes in California, but the United States does not adjudicate its elections through the popular vote. It does so through the Electoral College. Many of the challengers before her understood that and behaved accordingly. Not so much for Hillary Clinton. She didn't win that election. And even then with the popular vote, all of those votes were in California. The map was bleeding red. One state. It just so happened that California is a massive state. The map was bleeding red. A little something else happened today, or at the very least I think it came out yesterday. This gentleman, Ronan Farrow, has a new book out called Catch and Kill. Now, this book, for the most part, is exposing predators. And one of the big stories that came out concerned Matt Lauer. Essentially, Matt Lauer raped a woman anally at the company while they were at the Sochi Olympics. They were getting drinks. Matt Lauer comes, has drinks with them. Matt Lauer apparently had the press badge and took it for jokes. She goes up to get the press badge. They're somewhat drunk-ish. Matt Lauer throws on the bed. She tells him no multiple times. He bends her over and he rapes her. He then, perving out to the max, asks her the question that every insecure man asks. Did you like it? To which she said, sheepishly, yes. She was terrified that she was going to lose her job or her position. And because she was terrified of this particular reality, she accepted it. At the point where some of the other women at the station, or one of the other women, she was talking to somebody, they went to management and they fired Matt Lauer pretty much immediately. They had her sign a contract essentially saying, we handled this correctly, etc., etc. That's not the only bombshell, though, that hit that's coming out in this book. Uber feminist Hillary Clinton. Uber feminist Hillary Clinton tried to stop a story about Harvey Weinstein from coming out. As you know, Harvey Weinstein is a major donor to the Hillary Clinton camp. And as a major donor to the Hillary Clinton camp, when he has a need, and Hillary Clinton has been juiced up with sufficient cash, she picks up the phone. And in this case, what she and her campaign tried to do was to stop the story about Weinstein and his flagrant abuses from coming out. This will be quick, but this is massively. Just to put it bluntly, one of the stories dealing with Harvey Weinstein is that when he couldn't get sex from a woman, he stopped her from leaving the room and masturbated into a plant while she watched. Now, this is traumatic for her and for the plant. But this is just one of the stories. Patterns and patterns, rivers of abuse. Uber feminists that called everybody sexist, that Bernie Sanders was sexist for having the temerity to run in the race against her, had a pattern, or essentially was out there helping the super predator perv and abuse other women. That burns. Let that burn. Welcome to the soapbox. My name is Jamarl Thomas. If I can find my screen, there we are. My name is Jamarl Thomas. This is the Progressive Soapbox. Guys, if you dig this content, you find yourself coming back often, like, share, subscribe. You can always support through PayPal, Patreon. This video will be relatively quick. I just thought this video was absolutely funny. The candidate that called everybody racist. Now, I've always made the argument that anything that a person who's running in politics has at their disposal to use, they use. Black, gay, a woman, a man, white, black, whatever. If they have it at their disposal, they're going to use it to try to create some connection, some tether to something out there. Oftentimes, I make the argument that a lot of this, most of this, has to do with class, regardless of what they try to cast themselves around. Just because a candidate looks like you or has some identity similarities with you doesn't necessarily mean that their experiences and the way that they operate in the world is exactly the same as you. And doesn't mean that they understand your plight in real terms. And I don't mean that from the standpoint of not that they don't have or didn't have similar encounters, but more so that the way they operate in the world does not necessarily to your betterment just because they have your identity. These things revolve more around class. A person of the same class as Hillary Clinton that gave a ton of money to Hillary Clinton needed Hillary Clinton's help into preventing that abuse, flagrant, years of abuse, from being exposed. And Hillary Clinton was there to help. Class matters more. I've said it on more than one occasion. You shouldn't be surprised. Ronan Farrow's upcoming book, Catch and Kill, journalists, well, I just read it. In a bid to kill Ronan Farrow's expose on the sexual misconduct allegations against him, Harvey Weinstein reportedly reached out to his good friend Hillary Clinton. In Farrow's upcoming book, Catch and Kill, which The Hollywood Reporter obtained a preview copy of, the journalist reveals an email he received from Clinton's publicist Nick Merrill in 2017. It came as he was working on his Weinstein expose and trying to land an interview with Clinton for a different book, Writing on Foreign Policy. In the email, Farrow said Merrill told him that the quote-unquote big story he was working on was a quote-unquote concern to us. Weinstein, a major Democrat Party donor, gave Clinton more than $26,000 in contributions since her initial Senate run in 2000, according to the Federal Election Commission. 5 days after the New York Times investigation on the movie producer's sexual misconduct was published in October 2017, Clinton issued a statement decrying his behavior. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. If Donald Trump had the competence of Hillary Clinton, he would have saved himself a lot of trouble. That's epic. Just so we're clear, Hillary Clinton, major campaign contribution to uber sexual predator and just all around nasty creep, Harvey Weinstein. Hillary Clinton is friends with Harvey Weinstein. He's a major donor to Hillary Clinton. Harvey Weinstein was going to be exposed for the pervert, woman abuser, flagrantly so, that he was. Hillary Clinton and her campaign, because Harvey Weinstein reaches out to Clinton's campaign, sends a letter to the person who's going to reveal this expose to say, hey, your story about Weinstein is a concern for us. Now, the story is printed. Harvey Weinstein is outed as a massive pedophile, a massive abuser of women, and it kickstarts the Me Too movement. Immediately, despite the fact that her campaign tried to silence this from ever coming out, her campaign put us out a statement saying, this is horrible behavior. How dare he? And we stand by women, Me Too, goddammit. Breathtaking. Breathtaking. Oh, that's breathtaking. How can you not marvel at that? I can't even be mad at that. Like that's I am going to help this sexual abuser cover up his story. And then when his story is outed, how dare that guy, that sexual abuser? Uber feminist Hillary Clinton. Uber feminist. I was shocked and appalled by the revelations about Harvey Weinstein. The statement read, "The behavior described by women coming forward cannot be tolerated. Their courage and support of others is critical in helping us stop this kind of behavior." She later said on CNN that she would donate the campaign contributions she received from Weinstein to charity. That's not what she was saying when she was trying to stop the expose from coming out, however, just a short time earlier. This doesn't look good on Hillary Clinton, uber feminist Hillary Clinton, the person who said that Bernie Sanders was sexist for having the temerity to run against her, Hillary Clinton. Protector of sexual abusers, Hillary Clinton. Farrow's book, Catch and Kill, Lies, Spies, and a Conspiracy to Protect Predators is coming out October 15th. That's brutal, dog. That's brutal. That's brutal. I don't know why. God, that's brutal. Because think about what that means. Hillary Clinton had ran her campaign in many respects on, I have a vagina, and it is our turn, my turn. And you find out that despite the fact of having a vagina, when it came down to it, and somebody who was a friend of hers that was giving her money and putting money in her pocket and sticking money in her G-string, she had no issue and ignoring the fact that she had a vagina, ignoring the fact that she was, a woman and subject to some of the same pressures of other women. No, that didn't matter at all. Class. That's what mattered. Class. And in this context, willing to try to silence the outing of Weinstein. That burns. That has the burn. How can that not burn? How can that not burn? Like, share, subscribe. Told you it wasn't going to be long, but God, I thought this was brutal and funny. Yeah, I love this. Like and share.